Let's face it, working from home can feel quite lonely at times. I'm Jo Peacock and I've got 6 tips that will help you get through your working day from home. My first tip for you is to get outside. Believe it or not, natural vitamin D, some sunlight, it doesn't even matter if it's raining, will boost your mood and will make things feel a lot brighter for you. Take a break on a regular basis. You're tempted to work longer hours when you're working from home because you're at your desk at the time you would normally be in your car. And it's really, really easy to be answering that email at sort of 7 in the evening when you could be sitting down watching TV or when you'd normally be at the gym. So make sure that throughout your day that you do take some time to get outside. Whether it's going for a walk, whether it's playing with the dogs, whether it's just sitting out in the sun or even in the rain for 5 minutes, it really will boost your mood. And that vitamin D that you're getting from the sun will make you feel so much better. The other thing about doing tasks outside and actually being outside, it can help you focus too. There are less distractions when you are outside. If you're sitting in your back garden, you're sitting on your patio, there are less distractions there. Just listen to nature. The second tip that I have for you is to prioritize your concerns and your tasks. Decide what you're going to do and what you're not going to be able to do throughout the day. Some things you're going to have to put off until tomorrow. I don't like using the term put off, but some things you're going to have to defer until tomorrow or maybe until a little bit later in the week. Decide what you're going to achieve and make sure that you actually do achieve that you set about working on those particular tasks. In another one of these series, I actually covered some of the productivity apps that there are that can help you with your personal productivity and can help you with that. So decide what you're going to focus on for that day and then decide what you're not going to focus on for that day as well. My third tip here is actually building on that, which is distinguishing between what you can control and what you can't control. If something feels out of control, if there's nothing that you can do about it, then that leads to an emotional feeling of helplessness. It leads to that lonely feeling because it actually makes you feel as though you can't contribute or that you can't influence any particular decision because you're isolated from the situation. So straight away at the beginning of every day, decide what you can control or distinguish between what you can control and what you can't control. And those things that you can't control, remember to put them in a little box somewhere in your head. Or these are the things that I have no control over, that I have no influence over. And as much as I would like this particular outcome to happen, I have no control, and relinquish that control. The things that you can control are the things that you really need to be concentrating on, and they will hopefully help boost your mood. Next, I want you to take time to learn something new. During those breaks, that time that you spend outside, take a book with you. Learn something new, and it can be something related to your job, or it could be something that is completely different. Maybe now's the time to learn that new language that you always promised yourself that you were going to do. Learn a new language. It will help you not only to socialize when we are able to get back into business as usual and into sort of meeting our friends, and it will help us meet new friends, but it's also going to give you that sense of accomplishment that you need to make you feel a little bit better, make you feel a little bit more confident. So learn something new, no matter what it is. My advice is, to be honest, is to do something outside of the norm. Learn something that's outside of your day-to-day work, and then it won't feel like work. And lastly, I want you to still remember to socialize. Socialization does not mean the same as it did just a few short weeks ago. It doesn't mean going for a drink with friends anymore. It doesn't mean going for a meal with friends anymore. But hey, that's not to say that you can't have lunch with your friends. Why don't you organise a meeting, a Zoom meeting or a Slack meeting or Teams meeting? Why don't you organise a beer at 4:30 or organise a meeting at 12 where you all sit there and enjoy your lunch together, where everybody sits there and just talks over lunch? Maybe just 2 or 3 friends or 2 or 3 colleagues. It doesn't have to be your entire team. But don't forget to socialise. Socialising means something different right now. But socializing will help you with that feeling of isolation. We are social beings, and even though there are some of us that might think, and I include myself in this one, that might think that we're a little bit introverted sometimes, but we still need to have that socialization. We still need to be able to talk to each other. So make the time to talk. I know one of the things that I have colleagues that are really enjoying right now are playing online games with other colleagues. You could even play against them. Who knows? You might get really, really good at Animal Crossing. Why don't you give it a try? Check out the playlist for more working from home tips and be sure to subscribe to the IT Pro TV channel. I'm Jo Peacock and thanks for watching.